Well, Carolina Panthers getting it done at home. The team, in fact, coming from behind to beat the Dolphins. Our Miles Harris is joining us right now to talk about this win. Really needed it, huh?
Yeah, but wow. Down and not out. The Panthers really digging themselves a hole early in this game, but they were able to bounce back and come away with a big, impressive win here.
He was the story last week, and we knew coming into this one that he would be hungry for more, and he sure did deliver.
I mean, yeah, we did know who did buckle up in this game, and that is Rico Dowdle. And he's doing a really good job here, continuously putting Carolina on the map with this big statement win, and really a really strong statement performance, not just to his former team, but also to the entire league, letting everybody know that, hey, he is a force to be reckoned with.
It's quite an accomplishment.
I mean, another bigger accomplishment, 3-0 at home.
True.
So really nice job, and you're really starting to see a lot of this confidence in this team really starting to come together, click together, and it's impressive to see so far.
All right, back to you guys.
Well, we got some good news and some bad news ahead of that Panthers matchup at home against the Dolphins. Now, the good news, Xavier Legette is set to return to the field. The bad news, they'll have to get things going on offense without their starting running back. Well, Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels are trying to snap a 4-game losing streak and claim their 3rd win of the season. Now, I'll admit I've never played football, but I do know that one rule that coaches love is to hang on to the ball. Gia Lopez hits Shamar Easter, but doesn't hold on to the ball, and Anwar Sparrow scoops it and scores it. Well, if Charlotte FC wanted to stay in the playoffs, they'd have to leave New York with a win. Now, don't worry, they were able to pull that off, but it did take more than 90 minutes to do so. Now, neither Charlotte or New York could find the net in regular time, and really the only 2 things that they were able to do was pick up a couple of yellow cards early in this match. But in playoff soccer, there's no such thing as a tie, so this would come down to penalty kicks, and to penalty kicks we go. Now, Charlotte, they did send up their striker Archie Goodwin at first for that task, and he does get things going on the right foot for Charlotte, knocking in that first PK. But they do face some trouble early in this one. After New York City, they level it. Westy, he pulls his shot left. So the momentum starting to swing towards New York. And that is until Julian Fernandez, he misses his PK, and that keeps things level. So into OT PKs we go. Now, after a few trades and blows, it goes to 6-all, and that is when Nathan Byrne takes it and converts. All right, so next up, it goes Augustin Ojeda, and he has to keep things alive for New York by making this one, but instead, Christian Kalina, he guesses right, and it sends things off into a Game 3. That's right, you revved that up there, Kalina. So with Charlotte winning this one in that shootout, 7-6. Now, FC fans, here's some of the details when it comes to that Game 3 match, which will be at Bank of America Stadium. Now, per club sources, the deciding match is expected to be played on Friday with a 7 p.m. kickoff. And the Hornets, they suffered a tough loss at home Saturday, taking on the T-Wolves. And Charlotte, they really had no answers for Julius Randle. As you see, he's getting things done, getting whatever he wants. He put up 30. And while in Minnesota, they shot 54% from the floor. Miles Bridges, he also had himself a night, scoring 30 to go with 8 rebounds. That you see him knocking down that 3. But only 3 other Hornets, they found themselves in double figures. Now, Minnesota, they scored 72 points in the second half alone, and they hand Charlotte their 3rd straight loss, with the T-Wolves winning this one by 17. Now, we knew that some changes were going to be made to the Panthers' backfield, especially once Dave Canales admitted that they can't ignore Rico Dowdle's impact and success every time he touches the ball. Well, this week, Canales hinted that a change would come, and we're getting a better idea of what that change means. They're riding with the hot hand, and it's sounding like Rico Dowdle will be the one getting the start at Lambeau Field and even getting a bulk of the carries. Now, this change comes as Carolina is getting set to take on one of the best run defenses in the entire league. Now, Chuba Hubbard is still expected to be a part of the offense, but the numbers, they suggest that leaning on Rico is the right choice. While Chuba is averaging just over 3.5 yards a carry, Dowdle is averaging nearly 6. Now, Canales, he talked about how these 2 pros have been handling the rotation so far.
Just work, just hard work, and that's what we count on. We count on all those guys, Trevor included, when they get in there, that we can count on them, whether it's in the run game, whether it's in pass protection or running routes, just everything you got, every single play. And that's the mentality this group has. I love that room. Bernie does a great job with those guys, getting them ready, taking care of the ball first and foremost, and running with violence. Everything they do, I ask them to do it with violence. And that's what we want to see out of the guys, and that's what they showed this week.
And speaking of some changes, here's a few adjustments that the Panthers made ahead of their game against the Packers. Now, the team, they activated guard Chandler Zavala from IR, who was listed as questionable for the game, but now he doesn't have an injury designation, meaning that he will play. And they also elevated Jeremiah Moon from the practice squad to the active roster for game day. And that'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.